there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in Milton. No surprise, things are going up as per expectation in Ontario.
So as you see that there's a little bit of a dip in the price point. It's more temporary because this is a hot segment right now in Milton, both with the first-time home buyers as well as with the move-up buyers. And you see that there was a dip in the inventory in December, and then as January came by, you saw that the sales and inventory both rose. And right now we are at the point where the sales and inventory are neck and neck. So that's why you're seeing like I said, there's a little bit of a dip in the price. I think that explains that the inventory has increased and giving more choice to the buyer.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Canadian Real Estate Channel. I am Andrew Hines. I'm guest hosting the channel for the month to do the market updates. So for those of you who don't already know me, I am a real estate podcast host and a real estate investor in Ontario and Florida. And if you'd like to find me, you can find me on Instagram at the Andrew Hines, or you can search my name on any of the podcast platforms. Just search Andrew Hines. And if you're not finding it, add in real estate and you will find it. Last name is spelled Hines. But let's get into the Milton market update. So Waiz Ahmed is on the show, and he's been on the show many times to give the update. And there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in Milton. No surprise, things are going up as per expectation in Ontario. But Waiz, without further ado, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for having me on the show. As usual, let's go ahead with the Milton updates for this month, and let's see what's happening in the market. So let me share this with you. So current price point, average price point in Milton overall is right now $1.3 million. It's actually a little surprising from last month. Actually, it has come down a little bit. Okay, so that's partial to just 1.9% reduction in price point. I think that's more of what we are seeing due to increased inventory and a little bit of the price hike on the rates, right? So rates have gone up since we last spoke. So this is, I think, a direct result of these two things that's happening right now. But overall, if you see again, quarterly change 3.4% and year-over-year change 27.7% year-over change in Milton prices.
And that's very similar to a lot of other municipalities we've looked at. 30% change, 27, 25. Absolutely wild. But they tell us inflation is, what do they say? 5%, 5.6 or something? I don't know.
Yeah. It's just that your home price is like 5 times your income for qualification, but the price is going up 30% in every market.
And what do you see there? What do you see happening there? Are there that many people that can afford to throw down a down payment for their home? When the average price is 1.3, 1.4, or are you seeing a lot of people getting big gifts from their parents? Like what's happening?
Yes, with regards to if you look at the first-time home buyers, they are significantly relying on I would call it a gift or early inheritance from their parents. If they have rich siblings they are in good terms with, a gift from them also works. And most of it is also their savings that they have been trying to save over the years. And of course RRSP, using their RRSPs wisely to get their first home. So it's a combination of these things, right? Mm-hmm. That the boomer generation has to help out there their kids to purchase with these prices. Having said that, that's for the first-time home buyers. However, there is the other segment of the population where they had a house, right, and then that house is significantly increased in equity, and they are cashing out on that equity and purchasing another place. So they are move up buyers, and there are others who are obviously using their equity but not selling their house but buying another house. So becoming more of the investors and landlords, right?
Okay.
So yeah, let's go on further. So as you see that there's a little bit of a dip in the price point, but I think this is how should I call it? This is more temporary, because as March comes in, as the spring comes in, we do have increased inventory. So we will talk about inventory shortly. But I think that's also a change with regards to, as I discussed before, the price hike right now with the interest rates. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to disrupt you, but on that point, how obviously there's an opportunity here with the increase in interest rates, a little bit of the uncertainty about the conflict overseas. There's a lot of things happening right now. And I've heard this across the board. People are seeing a little bit of a slowdown, maybe fewer competing offers. Are you seeing that type of thing in Milton, where there's not maybe like 10 offers, there's maybe only 2 offers?
Yeah.
So have there other things that you've noticed?
Yeah, we have noticed that more homes are on the market. So typically what happens with the buyer is that the buyer now has increased choice, right? So if they absolutely don't love the house, they can still wait and look around, and they don't need to get into a bidding war, right? So there have been instances where there was an offer date, and typically, even with a couple of offers on it, they were not able to reach that sale price. So they either took it off the market or repriced it, or they just said, okay, we are accepting offers, no particular date, right?
Okay.
So yeah, we have seen that soften a little bit, because in 2 months, before, it was like one offer date and used to have like 13, 14 offers, right? It's not like that anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe an opportunity there. We can maybe expand on that later, but I'll let you continue on through.
Definitely a buyer's opportunity right now. This is more going towards more of a balanced market, where the buyer has more choice and can even put in a condition of finance or inspection, so because we haven't heard conditions since the past year or so. So yeah. All offers were going in, firm offers, right? So maybe
still a seller's market, but maybe a little bit less of a seller's market. Yeah.
Still a seller's market. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So the buyers have a little bit more say in it, because of these factors that are happening around the world, and increased interest rates and increased inventory. Okay, going back to the number of properties sold: 96 detached homes sold, 101 townhomes sold, and 31 condos. Let's get into the detached numbers. So detached with 2 bedrooms, which are our bungalow homes, have actually seen significant rise in price, 1 or 2%. So that is a phenomenal rise. Usually this segment, we used to kind of brush past it, saying that, oh, it's just a 2-bedroom bungalow, and not much of an impact there. But today you are seeing that the 2-bedroom bungalow in Milton actually is around $2 million. Okay, so significant rise there, 102% year over year.
Now, there can't be that many of those selling, though, right? Because that might be kind of a skewed number, because there aren't that many 2 beds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are not many two beds. They are probably in the older Milton area, which is
Yeah.
the numbers are less, and that
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. The reflection there can be a little bit skewed, because 3 months down the road you could have got it for about 920, right? So you're absolutely right on that.
There might
Andrew.
just be a couple of really nice ones that that pulled that number up, but
Yes, actually,
still crazy to imagine people spending 2 million on a two bed.
yeah, I think there were a few with some acreage. There's one I particular know about myself personally. It was listed for 999 and actually went for sale around 1.8 million. It had a few. It had some acreage, but it was newly done. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. 3 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 car garage, 2.5 washrooms. This is the average detached home. So right now at 1.5 million, 30% up year over year. Very popular segment in Milton for this particular product. The next product is the 4 bedroom, 2-car garage, approximately three to 4 washrooms, around $1.8 million. Again, year over year, 33% rise in this segment as well. And the next segment is, of course, the luxury segment, 5 bedrooms plus. So you're looking at 2.2 million with an increase of 36% year over year increase. Okay, and let's go on to the townhomes. Townhome segments, like I previously discussed in the segments, is that this is a hot segment right now in Milton, both with the first-time home buyers as well as with the move-up buyers. So a lot of first-time home buyers are looking into Milton for townhomes. Townhomes are averaging around 8 to 900K in Milton for the 2-bedroom urban stacked townhomes, and then going up to 1.1 million for the 3-bedroom, and then the 4-bedroom homes are about 1.44 million. So overall, averaging townhomes at 1.1 million. And now going on to the condos. Condos again, very sought after in Milton. For first-time home buyers, investors, both are after the condos. As you can see, there's significant increases in condos as well. The 1-bedrooms at 26% year over year, and the 2-bedrooms at 31% year over year. We haven't got much data for the 3-bedroom this month, but my guess is that by next month, if we have some more data, you will also see the 3-bedroom prices increase, because they are the next more affordable segment after the townhomes. So if the townhomes are going over $1 million right now, which is what's happening in Milton, 1.1 million average. So the next hot segment will be the 3-bedroom condos, and the 2-bedroom condos will be the next ones to see rapid increases.
Yeah, a little bit of deductive reasoning. You'd assume those would be going up too, but again, I think we're seeing just not enough data, right? There might not have been any sales
Not much data right
recorded,
now.
at least not recorded by Zolo to know what the price would be. But I mean, buyers are going to see, well, this is what a 2-bed's going for. What kind of premium would we have to add to grab a 3-bed?
Exactly. Yeah. So the 3-beds, it's right now it's on the upish, in the sense around nine-ish right now, 850 to 9-ish, which might tend to go towards the million if the market continues to go the way it's been going. Okay.
And Waiz, it might be a good idea to just kind of break down, like, who are the people buying in Milton, and why are they choosing Milton?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As I have previously, did mention this, Milton, geographically speaking, it's in a very attractive position, because it's very accessible to 2 great cities, or should I say 3 good cities. So we have Toronto on one side, so easily accessible via GO train in less than an hour. Okay, so that's the average commute time usually for for people is between 45 minutes to 1 hour, and Milton falls in that category where it has easy access to Toronto downtown. Okay, the next city, or the Tri-Cities, which are close to us, is of course the Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge area, where also you are seeing a good segment of the IT companies coming in, such as Google and so forth. So majority of at least the people that I am dealing with are IT background people who want to have this home which is centered in between these two major cities, right? So if you have a contract-based job in Toronto, you can go to Toronto. If you have a job in Waterloo, you still have access to going to Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge areas, right? And of course, also we are just close to Oakville, Burlington as well. So proximity to these cities, also proximity to Mississauga and so forth, makes Milton actually a very attractive place. And it's a newer city, good infrastructure, good schools, good recreational facilities like the Kelso Park, etc. So overall, it's very attractive for people to have a balance between the city life and a little bit of an urban setting, as well as to do their recreational activities, whether it's skiing or hiking, and so on, right? Plus, in addition to having the new city vibe.
Yeah, Milton, to me, like anytime I go there, I just notice how there's just so many pretty big houses that you could like reach out your window and touch your neighbor's house. They're like 3,000 square foot houses, and they're like just endless subdivisions of those type of houses. Like a lot of people were coming there with money from very long ago. And it was always interesting to me, like, why do people choose Milton? So thanks for adding that in there. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is it doesn't really seem to be like a ton of manufacturing there, although I'm sure there's some. But it does seem primarily more of a bedroom.
Manufacturing, more service based, and then also right now I think the challenge is that we are a little bit supporting the the new colleges that are coming by. So Wilfrid Laurier University is putting up a campus, as well as Conestoga College. So that's going to come soon. Yeah. So
nice. All right. Well, I'll let you continue on into the inventory discussion here.
Yeah, sounds good. So from last time to this time, as you can see, last month we had around 400-ish inventory. Right now we are closer to the 700 mark, or 674 new listings in the last 28 days. 228 homes have been sold since then, and average days on market is about 6 days, and sales to list price ratio is about 115%. So still you can see that still you're getting top dollar for your home, and the homes are still selling in a record amount of time, which is 6 days. Okay, and if you notice right here, so this is the sales graph, and then the inventory graph over the year, and then you see that there was a dip in the inventory in December, and then as January came by, you saw that the sales and inventory both rose, and right now we are at the point where the sales and inventory are neck and neck. So that's why you're seeing like I said, there's a little bit of a dip in the price. I think that explains that the inventory has increased, and giving more choice to the buyer, and hence the price, a little bit of a stabilization in price. Yeah. And just to go over the segments again, segments right now broken up by price points. So anything between 500 and 750, which is mostly condos and entry-level townhomes, are selling in 6 days. Same thing with the 750 to 1 million mark, 6 days, and same thing with the 1 million to 2.5 million mark, homes are selling within 6 days. So it's very surprising that all segments right now in Milton are selling within a week.
Okay. So in other words, it's just crazy out there across the board.
Yeah.
If we want to just call it what it is.
Yeah. If you're planning to sell, you can pretty much sell in a week's time. So you can keep that in mind for if you're planning to move, give me a call. And yeah, within 6 days, we'll sell your home in Milton, and we'll get you top dollar for it. Yeah, just talking about inventory again. So we see significant increases in the 4-bedroom section, in detached, and the 5-bedroom section. Inventory has been increased there. Let's take a look at townhomes. Townhomes, again, like I said, the hottest market is the segment, or the product is the 3-bedroom townhouse. So we have seen a significant increase in listing of those and selling of those homes as well. As far as condos, so right now we are seeing a little bit more listings in the 3 beds of the townhomes, of the condominiums. So hopefully we'll have some numbers for you on the sale numbers for next month of how these sales or all these listings sell. So rankings. So this is the segment, our popular segment. So Milton is 17th most expensive city in the GTA and surrounding areas. So if you look at the cities, number 1 is King, Oakville, Mono, Caledon, Stouffville, Richmond Hill, Aurora, Vaughan, East Gwensbury, Markham, Halton, Uxbridge, Newmarket, West Gwensbury, Mississauga, Brampton, and then Milton. Okay, so 17.
I feel like Burlington should be on that list there somewhere, but maybe that's not considered. Burlington's not considered GTA, is it?
I think Burlington
it would be in there.
Yeah, Burlington. Yeah. I think it'll be in this particular.
In the Oakville.
Along with Oakville.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not made it to this list. Yeah. And something more economical on the side, Pickering, Ajax, so East End. Toronto numbers have come up, where significantly down due to the pandemic. I think Toronto should go back up in the next few months as things open up. New Tecumseh, Georgina. Georgina is actually the surprise. Increase in price point. Last year we were looking at homes selling in Georgina in about the 500K mark, and this year Georgina is up in the 23 top list, as well as Orangeville, 23rd most expensive city to purchase.
Not gonna lie, I would have to look Georgina up on a map.
Yeah, you should look. Yeah, you should see where it is. It's it's close to the lake, and you will see. If you know somebody there, just tell them that they're a millionaire.
Yeah, they're doing well.
So yeah, the next thing, of course, growth wise is price growth we are talking about. So this is 11th fastest growing city. So as we discussed, year over year, 27.7% price growth in Milton. And days on market, as we did say that it is right now the fastest selling, just after, I guess we are in tie with Stouffville and Orangeville. So all these 3 cities right now, the homes are just flying off the shelves, so to speak. And turnover is basically the percentage of homes sold over listed. So we are the 23rd highest turnover city. So if you look at detached homes, townhomes, and condos, which is not that surprising, we are actually very close in each segment to the GTA, right? Milton compared to the GTA area, right? So usually folks say that, okay, if you are going away from the GTA, the prices will be cheaper, but that doesn't hold good with Milton. So overall, yeah, that's pretty much what I had with regards to the stats. However, I do have something for your viewers, which your viewers may like. So right now, the government has a 5,000 green energy rebate that's been provided for homeowners who are improving their homes. And this is something that I am personally doing it for my home. So I thought I would share with you guys. So this is the company called Polaron. Of course, there are other companies, but this is one of them I'm dealing with. So just installing solar on your home, reducing your hydro cost. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.
I have some questions on this.
Yeah, sure.
So Waiz, this is something I'm particularly interested in. To get the credit, do you have to be connecting to the grid, or do you have to be feeding into the grid, or are you allowed to be servicing your own need?
Yeah, you have to feed into the grid.
Okay. Is there a set contract on that, like for how long you have to do that before you can stop feeding into the grid?
I think the way it works is that you will continue to feed into the grid, and then you get subsidized with credits for your usage.
Yeah. Oh, so it's net metering?
Yeah, net metering, yeah.
Okay, so that's the arrangement. You get the credit for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
definitely interesting to look into. And what should somebody expect to pay, a ballpark range for a setup?
Ballpark range, it's around 25K approximately. And then you get a $5,000 rebate, so it works out to about 20-ish K. Again, depending on the size of your home and size of
and how much your usage is, right?
So just those numbers are just for my home. Yeah, so if it's a smaller or larger home, it could differ. And also depends on the area of the roof they are able to put the panels in.
Right. Okay.
So they look at the exposure. My home is on a southern exposure, so there's more light coming in on the home, and there are not many other tall structures next to it, so we don't have any shadows.
Sure.
Or huge trees. That way we are able to maximize almost a large portion of the roof, and I think we are able to generate about 1,100 kilowatt of energy, which is almost like 87% of my bill.
Okay, so you're generating a lot. Okay. And what I wanted to ask you is, I mean, obviously these numbers sound insane, like at 1.4 million for your average or 1.3 million for your average home. I mean, we have a lot of investors that watch this channel, so how can they make sense of that market? Like, what are some of the creative things that they could do to make cash flow in a place like Milton?
Absolutely. I'm happy that you asked this question. The best way to make cash flow is take a home and make it into a duplex, right? Or a legalized basement, right?
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I would highly recommend.
Is it easy to do that in Milton?
It's fairly very easy to do that in Milton. Approach the city with your plans, and the plans get approved. I'm working with a few architects that if you guys, any of your audience wants to reach out, they can do the plans for you, and they can submit it to the city and get the approval for you, and then you can take that plan and then shop around for a good contractor, and then start work on it, right? So I think you have around 1 year to fulfill the construction after you get the plans. Okay,
and is it possible to do a third unit? Is that bylaw available in Milton yet, or is that still
third unit? I think you will have to have the zoning for that. If you have a zoning for that, you can. But I think most homes in Milton, I think, are more residential homes. So you can probably get an apartment legalized, and I think that should be sufficient to cash flow, because the rents are high, because a lot of people want to live in Milton. So if they can't afford to buy, they still can
Yeah.
can rent, right?
What's somebody rent a basement of a bungalow for in Milton? Like if it's, say it's an 800 square foot basement, what are they paying for
Yeah,
that in
so
rent?
the price points are around 1,600 to about 1,800. So if
Okay.
it's nicely done, you can get the top dollar for about $1,800.
I bet you can
Yeah,
push that number up a bit. I think you probably push that number even a bit more than that. Unless, like, are you seeing that right now? Like you've leased stuff
yeah.
very
You know
recently for
what?
that?
Let me actually
Yeah.
search that for you. Actually,
Just with how expensive it is to buy, I feel like more people are going to be renting.
yeah, more people are going to be renting, and the rents are again not cheap. So yeah, so lower levels are 13, starting from 1,300s.
Okay.
Detached 2-story 1,700, but lower levels here 1,900.
1900, yeah.
Right?
So you can push it a little bit. I wouldn't be
Yeah, push
surprised
it.
if you even
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that breach 2000 with the price of buying. Like people are just going to be like, doesn't make sense right
exactly,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
And townhomes, see that townhomes are renting for about
2800. Yeah.
$2,800, right?
Yeah. Okay, so any other opportunities you see to help make cash flow? Like, is there a short-term rental market there that's working well, like Airbnb? Just high
It's
level things that
Yeah,
people should
I
think
think
about.
there is a little bit of the short-term rental market. I think, but more people in Milton are, I think, end users, right? So the long-term rentals, people are more comfortable with long-term rentals in Milton,
Okay.
um, rather than the short-term rentals. However, more and more people are trying to do the Airbnbs. Yeah, with regards to the investors, I would also ask them to look into the condo market in Milton, um, which is I think it's a great investment. So you can get something for about 650, 700, and then you should be able to rent that out as well, right?
Okay. Well, Wise, this has been info packed. I'm glad you went through all those statistics. Really appreciate it. How do people reach you?
Yeah, they can reach out to me at waizahmed.ca. My website, on Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram, and also my phone number 416-876-9960. I'm sure Peter's going to put that in there in the link somewhere. And yeah, just connect in social media. Would love to discuss real estate anytime, and give you more knowledge on real estate and investing.
Perfect. Well, thanks again for the presentation, and thanks to everyone for watching here today. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't have this great audience, and obviously, I'm sure lots of people are going to have follow-up questions for you. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see everyone on the next update.
Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.